guys, we are an adventure with Nick and Rachel, and we bring you the best places to hike and explore in the Southeast and more. And today we are at the start of the Courthouse Rock Trail. This is an unofficial, unmarked trail in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. If you're coming from Gatlinburg, right after you pass the Carlos C. Campbell overlook, on the left-hand side is the overlook. About a third of a mile past that, on the right, you will see a small pull-off. And you can see the trail from the pull-off from the road, and it's a pretty clear trail, so don't really overthink it that much. It's just the pull-off on the right-hand side. You could fit maybe 2 cars in this pull-off. So you're going to start here, and we are going to go see Courthouse Rock. Alright guys, since this is an unofficial trail of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, make sure you bring all of your essentials with you, because you do not have cell service out here, and this trail is not managed by the Park Service. Also, if you are an AllTrails Pro member, we have left a link in the description below to our trail route. Make sure you download that as an extra precaution, just so that you can get to Courthouse Rock and back to your car safely. So in my research of this trail and Courthouse Rock, I did find out that they believe that this path, this trail to Courthouse Rock, was a manway created by either the Cherokee or other indigenous tribes in the region, or early settlers, meaning that it was kind of like a roadway for them. And you can tell that you're on the right path because there's a lot of like gravel, broken like rocks on the trail to kind of like mark the way. If the pull-off is full where we parked, if you go just a tiny bit back towards Gatlinburg, there's a pull-off on the opposite side of the road, and it holds about 2 or 3 cars, and you just walk across the road and there's a trail that comes up and it connects to our trail, so they go in the same direction. So if you notice on this trail that there's a lot of dead trees, a lot of burnt trees, this area was affected really bad by the forest fires that came through in around 2016, and you can still see the remnants, but it's coming back to life now, so we are happy about that.
Another thing you should be like cautious of when on this trail is just all the dead trees, man. You're walking every tree, and pretty much you're under is just dead. So if you hear any like cracks or anything like that, or just be be on the lookout, because as you can see, it's like we're walking through a tree graveyard right now. And this is what they call widowmakers. You do not camp under these things. Obviously you can't camp right here anyway, but when you do camp, you don't want to camp under dead trees. That's the first thing you look for when you put up a tent. So I'm always cautious about hiking under this kind of stuff. So in high winds, I would completely avoid this place.
I saw on one of the hiking groups on Facebook, some guy posted that like he had the gut feeling that maybe he should leave because it was like super windy where he was camping, and it was like around midnight. He's like, well, I don't really want to like pack up and leave at midnight, that would be a hassle. But during the night, this massive tree like blew over, and it was probably like that far from his tent. So you get that gut feeling, just go on and leave.
When we were talking about the widowmakers and like hiking and being like just alert about hiking under dead things, like all these dead trees, it reminded me of something. A couple years back, me and Rachel were camping in North Georgia, and it was raining for like 2 days straight. We were camping, and on the 3rd day, I told her, we were camping beside a river, and I told her, I was like, we probably need to get out of here. This was in the middle of the night. It was like 12:30 when I said this. We were in our tent, already ready to go to bed, and it just kept raining and raining and raining. I was like, we need to get out of here. It's probably gonna flood. And she was like, oh, it's like 12 o'clock. You really want to drive? I was like, I'll drive home. It rained the whole way home for 3 hours. And when we got back, the next day when I woke up, on every Facebook group, the entire city of Helen was flooded, Hawaii was flooded. The place where we camped, the actual place we were camping, where our tent was completely covered in water. The river had rose. So I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad I just listened to my instinct, packed up our tent. It was pouring down rain. So when we got out of that tent, I didn't fold it up nicely and stick it in the bag. We pretty much everything in the tent just folded it over, and threw all of our blankets and everything into the back seat of our car, and we took off. So just listen to your gut whenever it comes to stuff like that. Well, remember just a few seconds ago I said you don't want to be hiking under these dead trees in a storm? Well, it's the Smoky Mountains, and a storm rolled up as we were at Courthouse Rock. We found on the way up there 2 unnamed waterfalls, or secret waterfalls. They have a name, we tell them to you in the video. Stay tuned to the rest of the video. It turns out to be an awesome trip, and yeah, this storm came in out of nowhere, and we are rushing down the mountain as fast as we can because we ain't got no service. We don't know if there's a tornado in the area or what, but a second ago the wind was blowing over trees and stuff, and we just want to get back down to the car as quickly and as safely as possible, so that's what we're doing right now. Wish us luck.
So I was going to take off my jacket and I almost fell, and look what I almost fell on top of.
I grabbed her pack, and look at this. She almost landed right on top of that snake. That's crazy.
Hey guys, quick reminder, if you like this video, please make sure to actually hit that like button. It really does help our channel out. And if you'd like to support our channel further, we have this awesome thanks button. And it's a way to support our channel monetarily if you so wish. Thank you guys for all your support. Let's get back to it. So because this is an unmarked, unmaintained trail and not many people come up it, you do have a greater chance of running into wildlife like bears or snakes like we did earlier. So just be extra cautious and alert and on the lookout for those things. So we found another hidden waterfall. There's a fork in the trail. If you continue straight up, it'll take you to Courthouse Rock. If you take the trail to the left, it'll take you down to Road Branch Falls. Waterfall, and it's flowing really nice, especially after a good rain. So we decided to take a side trail up here to Quilliam Cave and Falls. It is beautiful and enormous. It's so cool to see. If you don't want to come up here, you can just continue onto the trail to Courthouse Rock. It's about half a mile from Courthouse Rock, so after we're done seeing this and exploring this cave, we'll go back down the trail the way we came and head on and continue our route. But this is like, it is totally worth the see. It is so beautiful and really cool. A really cool surprise to see along the way. So we have made it to the trail to Courthouse Rock. There's like a little arrow on this rock and a fallen tree. And there's also a white band around that little tree.
And the trail goes straight up over the rocks, or over the
dead tree.
Dead tree.
Alright guys, we gotta hurry up and get out of here because there's a big storm blowing in. But this is Courthouse Rock. Experts believe that it was used as a place of judgment back in the day for the Native Americans, that they used it as their court system. They hung people here. So yeah, it's really